Hi friends. So it is May. I can't even really believe that we are already this far through the month of May. It is just now starting to actually feel like spring, late spring, summer here in Kansas City area. And I am here for it. I'm ready for it. The last few days have been super rainy and that's been a bummer, but truthfully, as long as it starts warming up and we don't have any more like nearly freezing weather, I am good. I'm a summer girl all the way around, and I am super looking forward to this summer in particular, after the summer that we had last year. I don't know about you guys, but the end of the school year, if you are a mom and you're watching this, you know what that time frame looks like. You know how all the last minute projects and the parties and the field days and the concerts and all of that stuff, even though it has looked different this year, it's still a lot of those things were happening. And man, it is a busy time of year. There's not a lot of breathing room in the middle of all of that. And with three girls of my own that I am we're finishing up third grade, fifth grade, which is the end of elementary school going into middle school, and then eighth grade, which is the end of middle school going into high school. I can't even talk about it. I'm gonna have a high schooler next year, you guys. Like I have to like calm myself down regularly. But so the end of the school year has been just like it always has been. It's been insane. It's been crazy. We're like coming in hot on two wheels. That's how I feel. And the kids are done. They're ready for summer. I'm done. I'm ready for summer. And honestly, the last few weeks, I have just barely been able to hold on to like what daily functions and household needs and kids' needs are. I say all of that because, not as an excuse, but as kind of a prelude to what I want to talk about today. I haven't had videos that have gone out over the last couple of weeks, and I've had a few people who have reached out to me and said things like, "Hey, are you still going to do your videos, or are you not doing those anymore? Everything okay?" And I appreciate that. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. Truthfully, I didn't really know what to do when I hit that first week of not having a video, not feeling prepared for it, feeling like if I sat down and I tried to crank something out, it was just going to be forced. And I didn't really know what the right thing to do was. Do I let you guys know? What do I do? Do I push through it? Do I do it anyways? And honestly, I just hit that point where I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to not do it. There are other things that I need to attend to, other things that need my focus, other things that need my attention, and I'm just not gonna do a video. And I would be totally lying to you if I said that didn't bother me. Like, I didn't go into it and go, I'm just not gonna do it. That doesn't even bother me. No, oh man, that first time that, it came time for that video to post and there wasn't a video, I agonized over that. It is hard for me to drop a ball. It is hard for me to not stay consistent with things. However, I recognized that there was a need within me and within my household at that time that if I had taken attention and given it to something else, I would have been missing a really big need at that moment. So I didn't record a video. I didn't push myself to do it. I didn't force myself to just stay in the consistency of it. And I learned a couple of things. One, it's not comfortable to do that. Maybe for other people it doesn't bother them, but it is not comfortable for me. There was not a single moment through the last few weeks where I felt comfortable with that I was like, oh, no big deal, whatever. Like that's not how I'm wired. So I don't want it to feel like this moment of enlightenment where I had this epiphany of, oh, it's okay to drop the ball sometimes, because I still don't feel okay with it. But so that's the first thing I learned, is that I don't feel okay with this and that it feels weird. But the second thing that I learned is that there are times, seasons, moments in our lives that we have to be aware enough of what's going on around us, but also flexible enough to meet that need. So during these last few weeks, as my kids are wrapping up two really big milestones, finishing elementary school and finishing up middle school, not only do we have tasks and assignments and all of those things that go along with the end of the school year, but we have a lot of big emotions that are happening in our house. A lot of big feelings. And it's not just on their part, it's on my part too. As a mom, it's a lot to process, a lot to think about. And so my kids in these last few weeks have just really needed me to be present. Sometimes that looks like me just driving them to the next thing that they need to get to, trying to have little conversations with them in between. And sometimes it looks like last night where we sat down on the couch and snuggled and watched a movie because they just needed that time with me. And so what I've realized is that I have to be aware and flexible in how I set up structures in my life. It would be easy for me to have a very rigid outlook on that. But parenthood and raising kids, especially girls, again, I always say this, I don't know about boys, but raising girls requires me to be flexible. I cannot approach things from a rigid perspective. I can't. There's too many variables. So that is something that these last few weeks have taught me. And ultimately, it taught me a little bit more of how to be gentle with myself. And today, for you moms out there, whether it's because it's the end of the school year or it's the beginning of the summer, and sometimes the summer is exciting and sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, the kids are going to be home all day, every day. What am I going to do? Whatever the reason is that you are finding yourself feeling pulled in multiple directions, 2 directions, 3 directions, 5 directions, I don't know. But whatever reason you find yourself in that place, I want to encourage you today to be gentle with yourself. That is something that I'm almost 40. I turned 40 this year, you guys. And I am just learning how to be gentle with myself, how to talk gently to myself, how to say things to myself that are kind and forgiving when I have let a ball drop or I feel like I can't meet the needs of everyone around me. I saw the other day a meme or a thing on Facebook, and it was talking about how when you talk to yourself, you should talk to yourself the way your best friend would talk to you. With the same encouraging tone and kind words and supportive language that they would use to you. And then it went on to say, and if that isn't how your best friend would talk to you, you should find some new friends, which I agree with. But I was thinking about it from that perspective, and I have some really close, beautiful, wonderful friends around me who speak truth and life and encouragement, and they love me, not because of the things I do, not because of the commitments I fulfill, although those are important. They love me and they encourage me because they believe in me and because they see good in me. And so today I want to encourage you to be gentle with yourself. For whatever reason, when you're feeling that pull in multiple directions, be gentle with yourself. Speak to yourself the way your best friend would talk to you. Guys, I don't know when my next video will be. I hope that I can get back into that routine. Truth be told, as of the end of this week, my kids are home. So it could be really interesting this summer doing videos with 3 extra bodies in the household all day long. But my hope in my heart is to get back into a routine and to continue sharing the things that the Lord is saying to me, to bring truth, to bring encouragement, and hopefully to bring an element of discipleship into these videos. So stay tuned. Keep an eye on my channel. Subscribe so that you see when things are posted. But I really appreciate your your flexibility with me. And I also encourage you to give yourself that same flexibility and that same gentleness. I'll talk with you soon, friends.